All right. So yeah. Day 4. I think we're in day 4. We're gonna do some like car talk or talk somewhere else, maybe even before. But yeah, probably somewhere else. Anyways, I'm actually obviously rewatching those other videos because I had to edit those other videos, and I want to clarify. I am power building. I said it before, and I'll say it now, and I'll kind of explain it now. Because I was saying that I was focusing on strength training, which isn't necessarily wrong and isn't necessarily 100% true. So, what would happen, right? Like if you were to do these two different training types. If you were to train for strength and if you were to train for bodybuilding, you would find when you're strength training, you're definitely going to increase in size, obviously, but you're not going to be as big as if you were to try to bodybuild. And then bodybuilding is the opposite, right? So you're going to get stronger, but you're not going to get as strong as you were if you were just focusing on strength training, which is the whole point of what I was saying before. So then the kind of mix of that is to do power building, which is just powerlifting, which is like the compound exercises like squatting, deadlifts. What else is there? Stiff leg, good mornings. All those are compound exercises rather than isolation exercises, which are for bodybuilding primarily. So then you take that powerlifting and then you'd combine it with bodybuilding, which will give you power building. And bodybuilding is just, high reps, low weight, strength training, high weight, low reps. That's the basics of what I'm doing, because I don't want people to think I'm just strength training. I'm doing a mix of both, which I'm not for doing things like trying to be like a combining person, because you'll find that when you try to combine something like power building and strength training, you're going to get kind of like a less of the two. You're going to kind of get in the middle, which is what you'd think, but you're not going to get, like, if you were going to do primarily strength training, right, you would get like your strength increase would go from like this to like this, right? And your bodybuilding might be like up here. Whereas if you were to do the opposite, bodybuilding versus strength, it'd be up like here, right? Which is why it's better to isolate, because you're just like skyrocketing what your target is, and you're still getting a little bit benefit, but you're not getting as much as you were to target the other one. Whereas power building, like you'll start here and you might go up here versus like here, you know what I mean? So it just depends on how much you want on what category. And yeah, I think today we're going to do neck, we're going to do forearms, and we're going to do traps. Yeah, I did bring my straps for traps. I wanted to do those. Those are more aesthetic muscles, and they are in upper body and lower body when you do those as an exercise group, but they're not hit and targeted as much, because those aren't like the big kind of like the compound lifts and the compound movements. Actually, I got distracted. Someone was walking by, so I misspoke. They are in there, but they're not in there as much as they would be if you were to isolate them, which is kind of what I'm aiming for here. We're going to do some neck curls, some forearm curls. Did I say forearm? I should have said forearm, but forearm, neck, and traps are going to be our target here. And yeah, so we're going to do some forearm curls, we're going to do some neck curls, and then some trap shrugs, and probably some upright rows as well. And I think that will be our workout for today. We might throw in maybe some calves. I know we've been nailing these calves, I think, every lower half, obviously, but I don't know if we've threw it in any of the upper part, like upper body workouts. Sometimes I'll do that, because the truth is, if you're struggling to grow something, right, like if you're not wanting to grow something, right, because like when I first started, which is what I recommend for everybody, starting working out first time, is to go ahead and just do every exercise you can. Get used to all the machines, get used to every exercise, and kind of fit like what you like and what you don't like. Now, if you don't have the time for that, which I know a lot of people don't, like in terms of like they need to hit a goal for whatever reason at this time, then you should focus on, like, again, what you want to do. So do you want to be bigger? Do you want to be stronger? Or do you want to get smaller and still kind of get stronger? Those are two different goals. That's for another video, probably like a dieting video, and like what to eat, which will come down later. But right now, it's just to show progress. It's just to show what to do and what workouts I'm doing. So yeah, I don't think we're going to add anything to this exercise today. I think we're just going to do straight in, neck, forearms, and traps. Although I do feel like I'm going to get fatigued bad from these. Yeah, I don't think I need to touch anything else. Let me make sure. Yeah. All right. I also want to say, like, you should be hitting these aesthetic muscles, which aesthetic muscles are considered into your neck, into your traps. Your calves, I don't really call them aesthetic muscles. I mean, maybe they're just small. Mine are just tiny. And I'm sure for a lot of skinny guys, they're just tiny. And it's just a good idea just to hit those and get them bigger. Oh, that's what I was saying. So when it comes to like a muscle, right? Like some people, like for example, if you ever seen, I think day 2, I showed off I could do my posing. You've seen my abs there. And if you have abs, right, you don't need to necessarily work them out. Although you should to maintain them, and you should to even more like refine them. But it goes the same for like anything you have, right? If you have like a big chest or whatever, you don't need to work it out if you like how it is, right? You're just going to get it bigger and you're going to get it more toned, rather than you could use that like time for other things rather than sitting on something that is already grown and already where you like it. You don't need to just keep hitting it, which is the point as to what I was trying to say. Because I was trying to say that when I first got started, I did like an all-round workout where I just kind of did every machine, and what was thrown at me was glutes, which didn't make any sense to me. Why would I work out my ass, basically? I don't know. There's no reason to work that out. So I stopped working it out, because why would I need to get I don't want a bigger butt, all right? I don't want a bigger butt. So I stopped working it out, and I focused on other things, and yeah. So if you are ever thinking that, like, you need to do a certain amount of muscles, just do muscles you want to get bigger. You want a bigger bicep, you want a bigger chest, you want more toned abs, bigger abs, you want bigger back, do those, and then eat and get your calories in, do all that, and you'll get bigger. But I'll speak on all that more. Right now, I just want to see some good progress. So I'm hitting everything. I'm doing my protein, hitting everything, and we'll just see how it turns out. And in every episode, I'll probably update you more, give you more insightful things, and keep you in the loop. But yeah, like I was saying, aesthetic muscles. These are ones that are kind of, I'll say it, like, liked by women. I know this from like a fact percentage thing I saw a long time ago, but it was neck, it was like your back, it was your traps. I think it was your abs. I think abs were in there, but there's like women are iffy on abs from some ratings as well. But it, again, never get stuck up on the science part. There's so much science now into lifting, and it's ridiculous, in my opinion. It's like, it's very simple lifting, it's very simple growing, it's very simple losing weight, but people try to take it to a whole different level and try to make it a much more complicated than it really truly needs to be. And again, it's just simple, lift heavy or lift light, depending on your goals, which we talked about before. Eat more calories and eat fewer fats, or eat fewer calories and less fats, or even more calories, less fats. Like I said, a dieting video, we can get into that when it's the right time. But as of right now, I want to wait until we have a bigger audience in order to talk to give me the ability to go ahead and talk to a bunch of people about the proper dieting and all this stuff. But truly, I don't think there is the proper. It's just intuitive, really. But all right, I want to get in there, they canceled me. That's exactly what happened here. I got completely canceled. My videos and everything I had just corrupted because my phone died mid session, and I have a bunch of the audio, and I don't think there's no reason to put it here. But yeah, so day 4 was just completely got rid of. But I'll be honest, accessory muscles have their place, and their place is not with me. That's the honest truth. I think I'll do them later, but for right now I need to focus on the other things. The accessory muscles are good and all, but they just, when I did my neck, I didn't feel a single thing from my neck. I think I need to find a new neck exercise, which is what I was telling you guys in the actual video, is that I'm just going to look around. I was doing a neck curl. Don't recommend, don't even feel it at all. My forearms are okay. I just didn't get much of a pump. The only thing I got a pump from was the shoulder shrugs and the upright rows, which I wish I could show you, but absolutely deleted. So we'll have to wait for day 5, where you won't see anything about accessories, and probably you'll just see everything about upper body. So see you then.